Hey, it's Tom Gallagher, the Videopreneur, and this is day one, part one of my teardown on my 1961 Chevy Apache. It's a C10 step-side, and so this is Lynn's shop, and he lives about 10-15 minutes from my house, and so we're going to do all those work at his shop. Lynn he's a guy in the darker gray sweater there, and very, very knowledgeable when it comes to automobiles and builds. He built a Cobra from a kit car for his father-in-law. This is over the years. He built his dad's, I think it's a 66 or a 67 Ford Fairlane, and it's got a 5-speed in it, and it's hilarious. If you have ever watched some of, I think I have another video of Springfield, Illinois car show, and his dad's constantly doing burnouts. It's hilarious. And then he also built, you can see the left front fender on the right side of your screen here. You can see a blue truck. That's a 71 Ford F100, and that's Lynn's truck, and it's bananas. It's the motor in it. So right now what you see is we're stripping down everything that we can that's attached, that is attached from the cab of the truck to the front clip. The front clip is the left and right outer fenders, left and right inner fenders. The radiator you see Lynn pulling out right now, the front fascia there where the headlights are, the grill, and the front bumper, and we're going to pull that off. I sped this up 10 times. I'm going to slow down the videos when we get to the build part, and I'll do a lot more explanation. Right now, it's just grunt work, tearing down and stripping down everything off of the truck. So right now, we're just lifting the truck up, and there are like 4 or 6 bolts that hold the front clip to the cab of the truck. And so we're taking those bolts out, and then we got to remove the front bumper, and then we'll pull the front clip. So that's what we'll see in these videos here, and I'm just going to chop this up into bite-sized chunks because I got a ton of video. I've been shooting video of everything, but the teardown is boring, and it's just tearing things apart, cleaning, stripping, and doing that. So what Lynn's doing right now on the bumper is there are 6 bolts that hold the bumper. You can see the darker sections. That's where a bolt was, and he's already pulled that. So he's able to pull 4 bolts out of the 6, but 2 bolts won't come. And so in a minute, you're going to see he'll get a grinder, and he'll actually put a cross or an X in the bolt, and then take a chisel, and then I think he actually has to get an air hammer to split the top of the bolt and then punch it through to get it out so we can take off the bumper. Once we get the bumper off, then we'll drop the truck back down. You'll see all that in a moment. Drop the truck back down, and so here he's grinding the bolts, the head of the bolts, and to remove it. And then once we get it on the ground, then we'll pull the front clip, and that will be it for this video. And then we got to pull the bed of the truck. So I'm going to chop these up into manageable videos that are enjoyable, but also detailed enough that give you the information of what we're doing, and then I'll really get into detail when we start building it. Again, Lynn's the brains behind the outfit. I'm kind of an innocent bystander and do whatever Lynn says. So you can see the bumper's gone now, and we're just pulling any wire, anything that's attached to the cab, and there we go. We just pulled the front clip, and so now we'll take that clip outside, and then we'll start working on the bed of the truck. So now we're just looking at, seeing what else is needs to be removed on the engine, and I actually sold the engine to a guy in Mississippi, and he drove up and bought the engine, sold it just in a few minutes. I know I sold it cheap, but wanted to move it and get it out. You'll see how Lynn's shop, he's organized, very, very clean, and so I didn't want a dirty engine sitting around. So now we're lifting up the truck, getting it up in the air so we can walk the front clip outside. So right now Lynn's just adjusting. So on the 61 Chevy C10, it's an X-frame. So in the early 60s, GM had what they call an X-frame, and you'll see it in later videos. But you got to be very careful when you're doing an X-frame, because you can end up on the lift, end up having the truck fall off. So that wraps up video 1, day 1, and I'll have a couple more videos on day 1. So thanks again for watching, and talk to you soon.